Good morning, everybody. So today is May, and it is Thursday, and it is the 14th. No, it's the 15th. Today is the date that we call the 15th, in the month that we call May, the day that we call Thursday, in the year that we call 2025. It's about 6:30 this morning. It's 6:26 to be exact. I'm running late this morning because I took some time with my coffee, my first couple of cups, to delve into what's going on in my state. And as per the usual, it's a shit show and it just gets better and better every day. Yeah, we're a mess here in Maine. It's really unsettling. So, don't follow any links in the comment section of either of the channels. They're scammers. Anybody soliciting you for anything or telling you to follow for more insights, just don't do it. It's scammers. I'm still not able to upload to Rumble. I hope that with that one video that was able to go up, that people will realize, if they're not seeing content going up, that it's over on YouTube. Apparently, Rumble has been under attack, but I've only been hearing about this over the last week or so, and I haven't been able to really upload a video since April 10th, except with the one exception of one video that went up last week. So, I don't know, you guys. It just is what it is, I guess. Like I said, I'll try to get this one up today. I just can't save them on my phone, and because it's just gonna bog down everything else. And yeah, I just can't. I can't keep saving them and keep trying and trying and trying. I try and try and try, and if I can't get it up, I eventually have to delete the video. They're gonna have to come over to YouTube to check them out until whatever is going on gets straightened out, I guess. So as per the usual, the healing intentions is set for you folks. So if you want them, if you so choose, go ahead and breathe that in and just let that integrate the body for as long as you feel you want to. With that being said, I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a crazy week. Yesterday was beautiful, and because it's going to rain again this weekend, my boyfriend actually took the day off and just plans on working the weekend so that some things outside that he needed to get done could start to get accomplished. So that was he had a very productive day, and that feels good. So we're going to start this video, you guys, with a check-in one card, just to see what the energies are that we're dealing with today, the overall energy of today, because it's always good to take a peek at that. Then we're going to look at Australia again, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, let's get one card that best represents today, the energy of today for all of us, not just here in America or whatever, but the overall energy creating our path worldwide. Please and thank you. One card. Celebrations. 3, joy, wins, celebrations. So that's the overall energy for today. 3 of Cups, emotional. So the advice with that would be to look for the wins and celebrate the wins. Keep your spirits up. Stay in that joy vibration. We do have wins, even though it doesn't maybe always seem that way, right? So let's just get a little story around the universe telling us that we have wins and we should be celebrating and stay in the joy vibration. We'll just pull like 4 cards there. This is worldwide energy, you guys, so it's for all of us. Stay positive, stay in joy. We have the wins. So let's look for them and toast to them. Let's get a little story around our wins. All right, let's move these so that you can see these a little better. So the overall energy for the world is the 3 of Cups, which is joy. It's looking for your celebrations, looking for the wins, looking for the things that are worthy of celebrating, and staying in that joy vibration and sharing that joy with whoever you can, right? So the story around that is, first card up, King of Pentacles, second card up, 10 of Pentacles, third card up, the Queen of Pentacles, and then we end that with the High Priestess, who's holding balance and keeping abundance. So our King of Pentacles is fairness, it's just, it's abundance, it's earthly pleasures. So we start, why should we be looking for joy? We apparently have some leadership that's fair. And what's he doing? The leadership that is fair and looking to bestow abundance on who he's looking after, is looking to bestow the abundance and the happiness and the fairness all over the world with our 10 of Pentacles, right? Ending cycles, creating happy endings, not just for himself, but for everyone. This is an everyone card, okay? So creating fairness and abundance and happy endings to old cycles that weren't working for everyone. So with this card, everyone is affected. Everyone. The earth is affected. Animals are affected. People are affected. It's like an all over great ending. And this is something that's being really focused on and worked on with that Queen of Pentacles. She's been focusing on something for a long time to get it to manifest into being. So we have leaders across the world, because this is a worldwide celebration, that are fair and just, looking to create happy endings of old cycles that didn't work, to create happiness for the world, for all the people. It's been focused on for a long period of time, right? And it's really a battle between this dark and this light, and holding that center ground so that this can come in, keeping the dark at bay and keeping fairness in place. So that's why we should be celebrating. We should be taking a look, and we should be finding our wins wherever we can. There are good people out there working hard to create happy endings and get rid of old cycles that didn't work for the people or the planet. It's been focused on and manifesting for a long time with this High Priestess really holding that balance, pushing the dark away so that abundance can come in and fairness can come in. Did I read that correctly? Please and thank you. Keep in mind, you guys, this is the world's energy, not just one country, not just one state. This is for the world that I'm doing the check. Please and thank you. Did I get that correct? Please and thank you. That High Priestess really pulls in balance, though it can be uncomfortable sometimes to get there. Did I read this correctly? It's given me the 4. It's given me more balance. It's saying, look, there's something new coming in. There's more story to tell around this. So let's look at what the new coming in is. Justice is coming. Maybe for the first time ever with that Ace of Wands. All right. So let's take a look. More balance with that 4. It's telling us to look up. Something's coming with that 4 of Cups, coming in through the universe, right? A great gift. The next card is Justice. That's our higher arcana card. That's very karmic. So look up. Justice is coming in with the Ace of Wands here to the physical journey, because the wands always represent your physical day-to-day journey. So justice is coming, possibly for the first time ever. And again, Queen of Wands. This is going to be very magical, honestly. Your intuition should know that it's coming. Feel the joy around it. There's evidence that this has been manifesting. They've been showing us with this Queen of Wands. It's something that you can physically see. So there's evidence of this justice coming, probably for the first time ever, right? There's evidence if we just look up. If we stop looking at the cups that keep us disappointed and we look up, there is evidence that justice is coming with this Queen of Wands. So that was the second piece of that. So let's see what, let's see if I delivered that to you correctly. Let's see if that finishes the story, but they're telling us we should be able to see it. Like, it's been manifesting over time enough so that we can see it. And all we have to do is, rather than looking down at all the things that are icky, which I was doing this morning, all we got to do is look up, and we will see that this has been manifesting over a long period of time. Feel into your intuition. You know it's coming, but you can also physically see it, that it's been due time coming for a long time. And with the sunflower, celebrate that. Feel passionate because of the red behind her and that red in her heart. Feel it in your heart and feel the joy, because the evidence is there. We just have to look for it. So I just want to know if I got that correct. Please and thank you. And if that's the end of the story. Let's see. So have I delivered this story correctly? Let me just recap really quick. All of us, the world over, should be celebrating. We should be lifting our cups in joy, feeling that happiness. We have wins. We have leaders around the world working hard to bring fairness and end cycles on this earth plane that we're not working to create happy endings that affect the entire world. The earth itself, animals, people, everything upon the earth. This has been worked on for a long period of time to bring in this fairness, this battle between the dark and the light. It can be very uncomfortable at times, but there is abundance there and a high vibration that's pushing this fairness forward. All we have to do is look up. We are creating balance here on the earth plane. We need to create balance within ourselves with these cups. Don't let our emotions take us over too much and get us down. Look up. There are things coming. What's coming? Justice is coming. Justice is coming. That's a higher arcana card. That's under the vibration of 11. 11 is awakening. It's new beginnings. It's a spiritual awakening. It's the crown chakras waking up. It's a lot of good things, the 11. So we have this justice coming in, maybe for the first time ever, with this Ace of Rods, which says it's literally coming into the physical, into our day-to-day. Justice is coming, possibly for the first time ever in our lifetime anyway. And this has been manifesting over a long period of time. We should be feeling the passion, the joy, feel into our hearts, feel into our intuition. The proof is there in the physical journey that this has been being worked on for a long time. All we got to do is look up. So, in other words, look for it, because it's obviously there. So did I get that correct? Please and thank you. Is that the message you have for the world today? Please and thank you. All of us, the world over. Please and thank you. Got that right, with more celebrations and more balance. So we're talking about the world. As we get that correct with this big celebration, that we've worked together to deliver the message. So Spirit and I worked together to deliver this message happily. The secondary piece of that is it's not just one leader, it's many people coming together celebratorily to create this situation that I've just read to you that brings us all some balance and some happy endings and some justice. Good things to come we should celebrate. So this has been a joint effort among many. They want us to know that, never lose sight of that, to actually balance what has been going on here physically on this earth plane. So that's that secondary piece of that. And I just want to see if there's anything more, or if that's where we want to end it. Please and thank you. They're chatty this morning, I guess. So is that good? Did we finish it off the way you would like us to finish it off? To always remember that this has been a joint effort among people that have the ability, the power, and the ability to create fairness and justice and just a better way of being here on this earth plane. Is that, and for us to keep in mind to always look for it, because the hints are there, the proof is there. How are we doing? Is that correct? Are we done with this message? Please and thank you. I looked out and I saw it correctly. With this, and again, joyful, they want us to be joyful. So yeah, I looked out and I saw it correctly. Secondary messages, we're nearly there, you guys. A lot of the crap that we're living through has already been put behind us. Our staff is in our hands, and we're getting ready to move forward into like new beginnings, clean slate. So I feel like they might want to show us a pathway and a story around this. So let's take a look at our pathway and the story. They've had quite a bit to say. Maybe this is just for me because I'm feeling a little down about all of the crap in my state. Maybe it's for all of you because you're feeling down because of some of the things that you're witnessing and having to go through in your countries. But let's take a look at this together. And look at our pathway the world over and the story around what it is that they're telling us today. So just to give them a chance to really hit it home to us, you know, what our pathway looks like and the story around it, you guys. All right, this is nice. This is nice. Can you all see that? Let me move that this way just a little bit so that you can see how this pathway begins. So our pathway starts, the pathway of this journey that we're on, the world over, starts with the Chariot. And the Chariot, again, holds much balance, right? And moves forward in the world triumphantly. Okay? And the Chariot also is the 7, so that's the seeker of truth and knowledge. So we're moving forward to create that balance, right? Because you've got the dark and the light on either side of the Chariot with the 7 vibration above him, which is the seeker of truth, wisdom, knowledge. It's a very highly spiritual number, okay? So we are moving forward. Our pathway is moving forward. And what are we doing? We're moving forward to create balance. And this is big. It's karmic. And we're moving forward to create balance where? In the communities here on the earth plane, to bring in that that 3 vibration of joy amongst the communities on the earth plane with this 3 of Pentacles. So we're bringing balance to the earth plane for people, for the earth. It's joyful. We should be in joy. This seeking truth and knowledge is actually hitting this community with joy. So people are waking up. There are phases and stages to waking up. So not everybody is the same degree of awake. Like obviously if somebody's just waking up to the fact that communism, it seems to be really being pushed the world over, maybe just let them wake up to that before trying to talk to them about adrenochrome. There's different levels, right? You wake up in stages. But people are seeking truth and knowledge. And they're doing it with a bit of joy. Like it's sort of inspired them to seek more truth joyfully. Like it's a joyful thing when people begin to seek the truth as we move forward, creating a balance. Right above us, we have the star. That's my 17. That breaks down to an 8, which is infinity. Very highly spiritual number. It's the star. It's walking between the worlds. It's being able to be well connected to the earth while being completely connected to the divine. And obviously it is my white hats, right? Good military card. So at the very top of our pathway, this is being guided by the star. So yes, a very spiritual journey, but also very physical. And this is what they were telling us before, that many people are coming together to help create this difference in our world, because it had gotten kind of out of hand, right? And we're seeing that. We're seeing the darkness in the light. And yeah, so anyway, that's hovering over us at the top, creating the scenario that is the largest pathway for us. So the story around it is right now we're at that 4 of Pentacles. That's that holding on. Just hold on, you guys, because right above us there's the Hermit, and the Hermit is guiding us and shining a light for the communities, right? Shining a light for the star, for our people working together to create this balance for us to move forward in a higher vibration, in a more spiritual way, in a more knowledgeable way, right? So that all of us have knowledge and we're not kept in the dark anymore. So just hang on. Hang on. Across from that, we do have victories, that's our rods. That is our 6. That's divine love. That's birthing new things. That's we've been to war. We've come back and we're celebrating our wins. And at the beginning of this reading, it was telling us to celebrate our wins. Look for our wins. Right above our 6 and our celebrations and our victories, we have the Page of Pentacles. We have something very fresh. The page always represents new things. Something very fresh coming in where? To our earth plane. And it's really actually being more looked at and focused on than you might think. So this is a hyper-focusing moment of change that's taken place over onto this entire earth plane. Fresh things coming our way. Right now, we just got to hold on. Know we're being guided. Know that good things are coming. Things are actually looking good, even though they don't always feel it, you guys. And so I just want to know if I've just relayed the message. Please and thank you. This is not only a spiritual thing, but this is a very organized thing with people that are working with higher vibration to bring good things to the communities, to the earth plane, across the world, to move us forward with higher vibrations, with more knowledge, with more truth, more balance here on the earth plane. We've had plenty of wins. We're being guided. Hold on. This is something that's being hyper-focused on to bring us new things. Just hang on. So, did I get that right? Please and thank you. I got that. I got that right. With the Hanged Man, you guys. So, with the Hanged Man, you want to be still. You want to be still and allow for the enlightenment to come as we witness what's going on. In our own area, in our own states, in our own countries, be still. He is in the position of a 4. Check out his legs, right? 4 brings balance, and they've talked about trying to balance what's going on here in the earth plane. Moving forward with balance. We've got tons of balancing cards. The 4 of Pentacles is also like, hang on and stay balanced, right? So yeah, I've read to you what they want me to tell you around this area. Hang on, be still, stay balanced, allow the process to enlighten you. All right? And again, this Hanged Man breaks down into that number 3. So be joyful. They've been telling us over and over and over again to celebrate, pull in that feeling of joy. So be joyful. But yeah, this is what's going on. And it's highly guided. So we got some nice major arcana cards in that 7-card spread. Now let's talk about Australia for a minute, okay? So somebody had asked me to look at Australia back in April before the elections. And unfortunately, that reading showed that Albanese was going to win, or however you pronounce his name. Anthony Albanese. And then we checked in on it again just before the election, and it still showed the same thing, that Albanese was going to win. And it gave you the Tower card. And every time you get the Tower card, that means you're going through a big shift. It means that your foundation, your original foundation, was not solid, and it's crumbling, and it has to. And you got to go through the crumbling so that you can get to something better. But in regards to what we were looking at the election, so the voting, right? So the foundation of the way that you guys voted there was not solid, and it needs to crumble, and it is. And Albanese winning was part of that. It showed that you had a thief under the table, and it showed that it was a trap, and it was an exposure operation, okay? That's what we got. And unfortunately, he did win. But the other guy didn't look like he was anything great, you guys. I mean, it really didn't look like that other guy was anything great. So, it's part of your death and your rebirth. You kept getting the death and the rebirth card. You've got to go through it. It's something you have to go through. It's like Australia's Dark Night of the Soul. So that's rough. It's rough when you have to go through that. We've all been through our own personal Dark Nights of the Soul, and it feels like shit, and it's awful. And while you're in it, you hate it, and it's awful. And coming through the other side, you can look back and you can see why it was so beneficial and how it really helped to rebuild you, and how you came out of that better for it. And you wouldn't change it. You wouldn't change it once you've come through it, because you can see how much better you are for it. And that's what your country's going through right now. And it's not just your country. I believe it's a lot of us. We're all going through a lot of shit. We're being rebuilt. We're being remade. And that's a good thing, because whether we knew it or not, many of us did. Many of us just woke up in 2020. Many people woke up and, here, 9/11 woke a lot of people up. There have been things, right? 99 was a big thing. With the Columbine shooting here in our country, woke a lot of people up. The election of 2000 woke a lot of people up. 9/11 woke a lot of people up. But people have been waking up in phases, And we really got caught up in a major trap, you guys, the world over, okay? And we're going through what it takes to create something better, which is that dark night of the soul the world over, I believe. And Australia is feeling it because they haven't had a great time of it for a long time, and now they're stuck. They think they're stuck with people that are going to make things worse. And it may be that they're going to make things worse. I mean, like Biden made things worse here, like the governor of my state is making things much worse in Maine. It may be that. It may be that's what it takes to usher in change. But since then, we did a quick check, and it showed that your country is being protected moving forward. A quick check-in with Australia showed the Chariot moving forward, you're being protected. And since then, one of the women the woman that asked me to initially look at Australia has found some things. There has been an exposure of stolen ballots, and that's kind of a big deal. And Trump has his eyes on your country, and that may be the protection moving forward that we were talking about. Not only does he have his eyes on it, but he's drawing the attention of everybody else's eyes to it with what he's saying. So I see it just as the card said, whether you can see it as anything good moving forward, you might not be able to because you're too stuck in it. But we just got the world over, good things are coming. So let's get a story around the protection of your country as we move forward. This woman sent me a little info, and I can't remember the woman's name, but they just had some moron, far left liberal put in again. She looks like her and Mills probably, would have a great slumber party together. The governor of my state. This woman kind of reminds me of the governor of my state. So anyways, I just want to take a look. I know it's disheartening for you. But I want to take a look. I want a story around the protection. We got the story around the election. It's a trap. It was a trap. It was a setup. The thief under the table was going to be exposed. You get that Tower card saying that, the foundation of that election, the way you do elections, was not built on a solid foundation. It needs to crumble. You got the Death and Rebirth card over and over again saying your country is going through transformation there. And you got the healing was going to come to you via this asshole being reelected, right? And, already my president has his eyes on Albanese. And already he's drawing attention to your country. So let's take a look at what they want to tell us around the Chariot card that we got last week around Australia, saying that your country is protected moving forward. Because I think this is kind of an exposure to wake people up. And I know it gets tiring for people that are already awake and can see clearly. But not everyone's awake, and people wake up in stages, and brainwashing works, and it's real, and we can't judge the people. I think people who are terribly, terribly traumatized and haven't had any help around that, and everybody's minds are different. We're all affected differently. Some people just don't know how to self-help or where to seek help. Those people that are terribly traumatized are the most easily manipulated. And when you look at the amount of child abuse that's been going on worldwide for a long time, you have a whole bunch of adults that are terribly traumatized. And sadly, most kids didn't grow up in good homes. Most kids grew up with some form of abuse and trauma. So it's made for very, very traumatized minds, and those are the ones that are the most easily manipulated. So we have to get all the people to be able to see. Not everybody is going to. We've been told that over and over and over again. But people have to be able to see. A lot of people woke up during the Biden administration here. There's this walk away. It started with the walk away from the Democrat Party. And you wouldn't believe how many people walked away from the Democrat Party because of the Biden administration. Probably being one of the greatest red pills of all. And they're still sleepy people. So things are still going on here in my country to wake people up. Just because President Trump was reelected doesn't mean that we're not all still going through hell, depending on what state you live in. So we're all still going through it, you guys. It's still a process. So let's take a look at what it means when we get that chariot for your country there in Australia saying that you're protected moving forward. So let's get a 7-card spread there, you guys. The Hierophant, great change. Exactly what you've been praying for. The death and rebirth. You keep getting it for healing to come in. You seeing this? Yep, you can see it. It's been a long, hard road. All right, so let's take a look at your pathway. Your pathway again, and we keep getting this for Australia. So I don't know if you guys were even more sleepy there than we were here. I don't know, but you keep getting this death and rebirth. So I'm thinking that you were. I know that you don't have guns. I remember your law enforcement screaming to America, don't let them take your guns. Because it was the worst thing that happened here in Australia. And they were pretty adamant about it. A lot of law enforcement was coming out and really speaking. I don't believe in America they'll ever be able to take our guns. That would cause a revolution. That would cause many people to stand and fight for that one. But I know that they took your guns, so I don't know how sleepy you were there because I don't live there. But you're having to go through this death and this rebirth. And, you know, with death and rebirth, above that, we have 13. And 13 breaks down to a 4. You need balance there in Australia. You've got to go through this death to birth something new. And what you're birthing new is the Empress. What will come from this dark night of the soul, this death and this rebirth that you guys are going through in Australia is great joy and great healing and new things. Again, rebirth, death, rebirth, the Empress, joy, birthing something new. So, and she's birthing something new, abundant. The death has to come in because everything got so bad, right? So death comes in to take out the bad and usher in something new with more balance. The Empress comes in joyfully because now things are balanced. And she brings with her, she births new things that are healthy, happy, abundant. All right? And at the very top of your pathway, you have that Knight of Pentacles. This has been a long, hard road. That's my workhorse. He works steady. He's found his pace. It may not be the fastest pace, but it's solid and it's a steady pace. And this, he's been working for a long ass time out there in your country on the earth plane here. It's been going on for a long time. This has been a long, hard journey. The work has been great because that workhorse really does hard, exerting work. So very, very hard work going into your country to bring joy, healing, good things, birthing new things, and balance. You're having to go through this. This is your dark night of the soul. So why are you having to go through this? Well, you're having to go through this because your systems, your hierarchy, the people in power in your country were tyrants. And they cared nothing for you. They cared nothing for you. And so great change with this 5, with this Hierophant, has to come through chaos to go above you with that love vibration of 6 to move you out of the troubled waters that possibly many of you didn't even know that you were in. So great change is coming to you through chaos to move you into smoother sailing so that you can birth something new. Healthy, healing. This has been a hell of a lot of work to start to move you guys out of this. It's been a lot of work. It's been hard work. Across from the Hierophant, this is the 4 of Swords. This is what many of you have been praying for. This is exactly what many of you have been praying for. Maybe this isn't folding out and unrolling the way that you wanted it to, but it's not unrolling the way I want it to here either. I don't think it is anywhere. I think if we were all to be able to do, if I had the equipment to do a live chat and we could get everybody from the channels on here together, sharing their stories about what's going on in their personal life, in their towns, in their communities, in their counties, their states, their countries, their regions, however you guys do it in other countries, I think you would hear from many of us what we're seeing in the physical doesn't look good. But what we're knowing from our research, from our looking, just like they was telling us in this last reading, by looking for the proofs and what the universe keeps telling us, our spiritual beliefs and what we're getting via the cards and our divine messages, and where we're digging to see the proofs, that's what keeps us going, because we actually can see that change is happening, and a lot of what's playing out and the shit show that they're creating and the crap that we're having to go through is to shake us up off the couch for us to fight for our freedom. Because why would they want to give us why would everything just be handed over to us with all this long, hard work that they've put into things if many people aren't willing to stand and fight for it? We'd just end up back where we were. So a lot of this, I believe, is a show, and it feels like shit. I don't like it here either. Believe me, you guys, I hate it. But we're standing and we're fighting because we need to. And I keep my head up because God guides me, and I know something big is happening through spirit, and I know that I don't know the plan, and I don't know exactly how it's going to roll out, and I may not like the way it's rolling out, but I trust that even if I can't see it with my eyes, looking like there's any way out of it, even if I have those days, I know that there's a way out of it because I don't know everything. I couldn't possibly know everything. But the universe guides me to tell me that good things are coming through this bullshit we're all having to go through. And so this is the answer to your prayers. This is very much an answering to your prayers. You've been praying for it. So stay in that vibration, because this is a high vibration. These are swords, so this is very vibrational. Spirit, you've been asking for help. You've been asking and asking for help, and you're getting it. So this is the answering to your prayers. So stay balanced. Keep your vibrations in a good place, because this really is your old system that didn't give two shits about you, that was all about tyranny, is going through a death so that healing can come in, so that you can be moved out of troubled water. It's been a long, hard process. It's been a lot of work, but it is the answer to your prayers. And above that, we have that Fool. And that Fool is that 0 point, that's infinity that goes on forever. This is a very high vibration. They're saying, keep your faith. Spirit is guiding this whole process. You've looked to Spirit and asked for help. And right above that, like, Spirit is coming in at one of the highest vibrations right now. So stay grounded. When it says stay grounded, that means center yourself and look for things of the earth that you can see the proofs in. Good things are happening. You've got an exposure going on right now. Does that mean that you will have this all cleaned up and taken care of and, lickety split? Probably not, you guys. I don't know. I'm not holding the playbook. I'm just gauging by what we've gone through here. We've had mass exposure here, and it's got to roll out over time. We've had exposure about a lot of things, and it seems like it's going nowhere, right? But the more exposure that comes in about this, that, and the other, the more people wake up. So stay well grounded, recenter yourself. This little dog's trying to keep you grounded. So stay well grounded so you don't fall off the cliff and get into a place of despair. Because the truth of the matter is the vibrations are incredibly high. Because your prayers are being answered. Because your systems are going through great change, through chaos, to move you out of troubled water. You're literally going through a death and a rebirth there in your country to take out these systems, which is the answer to your prayer, that will bring in healing and new things and better things. And it's been a hell of a lot of work. And you still have more work to go there with that Knight of Pentacles. They're still working and will continue to work. But this is what's happening in your country to create better things. So did I deliver that message correctly? I mean, people are above you working their asses off and have been for a long time to usher in this great change, this death and rebirth and this healing. They've been working their asses off above you to bring you the answer to your prayers. You don't see them maybe, but they're working their asses off above you. So with that, even just, look to the skies and, look, stay grounded, look at what's happening so that you can find your proof that you're literally being moved out of troubled water, even though it feels like chaos, because you're going through great change, because you need to. It's a dark night of the soul for you to create that great change. It has to be this way. It's karmic, you guys, with these higher arcana cards. Okay? It has to be this way. So have I delivered that correctly? Please and thank you. I think I've got messages from you, the person that asked me. I've got to go in because I think she's asked me to ask specific questions. And so I've got to go in and look at what she's asked and write them down so that we can delve into it a little bit more, because I know she's terribly disappointed and I don't blame her. I mean, it's hard sometimes to have to sit through the shit show to get where you were ready to get a long time ago, because we don't hold the playbook and call the shots, right? So I'm just asking if I've delivered this correctly. Please and thank you. Number 8, they've got more to say. Your country has been set up. There's been this huge trap set for you guys. And it is to ignite young warriors, to wake people up. So everything you're dealing with right now is a setup. Okay? This is going to usher in you all breaking new ground there in your country. The groundwork's laid. Many of you have already started breaking that ground. Many more will, because they're going to be seeking that truth and that knowledge with that 7. Can you guys see? You can't. Let me move that over. Let me move that over, you guys. I'm knocking the cards off here. Making a mess. I'm just going to squinch this up because I've already read it to you, that 7-card spread, so that I can get this over here. So they wanted to say more. So everything that's going on within your country, you guys, has been a setup. And that's what we got in the stuff with the election. So this is all a setup. It's all a trap under the vibration of 8, which is infinity. So everything you're dealing with right now, it's a setup. It's a trap. And it is to ignite young warriors, right? To wake up their crowns and ignite people. A hell of a lot of groundwork has been done there. Many people are already grounded in and ignited, and more will be ignited because they're going to be seeking that truth and that knowledge under this vibration of 8. Very spiritual, abundance, infinity, okay? The Hanged Man, great enlightenment is going to come to your country through these traps that have been set. Great enlightenment is going to wake people up and create them to wake up and want to fight for their country, to seek truth and knowledge and ground truth in. So this is all being done for your betterment, as they said over here. And don't forget when we asked, and I was going to ask this again after this, don't forget when we asked, how is your country being protected moving forward? And the story around it is the Hierophant. That says to me that you have people within your system that are actually protecting your country and maybe possibly under control. And that's what we got with Albanese before the election, that you're looking at a different version of him. He's either looking different or he's acting different because he's under control. So there are going to be things that you'll have to look for. Like with Biden, he looked like an absolute idiot. And he said the most idiotic things that most anybody would recognize as idiotic, right? He was a red pill to wake people up. He was, that's all a great act. That wasn't our real Biden. But it was part of the playbook to get people ignited and wake them up. And you're going through this more in your country. And everything is a trap, you guys. So, allow for the enlightenment to come through by witnessing what happens with these traps as things are brought to the light with the 7, the information that comes out and grounds into your country. Allow for the enlightenment. Be still and look. Look to see what's actually happening. Don't come ungrounded. Stay focused, stay balanced, and look to the good things, and know that there are people in place within your systems, no matter how bad it looks, no matter how chaotic it looks, that are protecting you, actually. So let me roll these all in, and this is going to be, the end of this reading because I'm already 53 minutes in. Are there people within Australia's government that are either being controlled by good guys or are actually good guys and they're playing the role of bad guys? But is Australia's government, even though it looks shitty as hell, being overseen and controlled by people that have Australia's highest and greatest good for intentions? Please and thank you. Oops, that was a crappy shuffle. Gonna shuffle them again. There we go. Let's cut them. Four, balance. Hang on. Four different people. Possibly. Let's see what they say. This is going to sound crazy. I'm just going to read to you what I see in it. All right. So I'm looking at the possibility of one leader overseeing 4 different countries right now, or one leader hyper focusing on 4 different countries right now. All right, so hang on. There is a hyper focus going on. We're talking about Australia with your country, but it's looking like 4 others. You should be able to hear it if you listen to the words. It's an information war right now, and the words and the information are creating the chaos, which will create the change. But you should be able to hyper focus on the words being spoken right now that will show you who's actually in control. Is that correct? Did I read that correctly, please and thank you? I read that correctly to you, so be happy, rejoice, new things are coming, healing is on its way, new things are being birthed. So you guys all know who this is for me. And it looks as though he would be heading up, and I, you know, whether people want to hear it or not, he's one of the main focuses, he's one of the main forces, main leaders, kind of directing 4 different countries right now, and we should be able to hear that in the words spoken, in these word salads that are going out, because it's an information war. And I'll leave it up to all of you to deduce who that is, but seems obvious to me. Seems how we're reading on Australia. I'm from America, so there's 2. And then the other 2, I'll let you all figure out, because I'm not going to say it. I don't want to piss anybody off. But I know some of you from one of those countries will know right away, and you'll be happy. You'll know right away, because the wording has been out there for us to deduce that message from. So, you know, I don't know what more I can say to you folks there in Australia, but look for the words. You should be able to hyper-focus on some of these words in this information war, and you'll be able to decipher exactly who's in charge in your country. And I read that to you and everyone else correctly as well. So I love you all very much. I know this sucks. It sucks for all of us. But it's just something that we have to go through. In the midst of it sucking, what's really good is getting messages like this, and also listening with ears to hear and watching with eyes to see, so that we can see really what truly is going on from a higher view, from a different perspective, if we don't get too caught up in the 3D bullshit playing out on the world stage to create the shift, the change, and the wake up of humanity, to get us shifted in a new direction, a better direction. So with that being said, you know, I hope that you guys all have a wonderful and blessed Thursday. Have a beautiful day. Create beauty in your life everywhere you look, with the things that you're feeling in your heart, and you know, live in that love and live in that joy, and keep seeking the truth and the knowledge and deciphering the words, and you know, look into your higher power and staying balanced, and all of these things that will help us get through having to be part of the living show that we're all going through right now to shift humanity to a higher place. So with all of that being said, and the information that we've got, what is the card that the universe would like to leave us with for insight, clarity, advice, please and thank you? We have surprises coming. All right? So the universe wants to leave us with the Seven of Cups. So be the person in the background and, seek the truth and the knowledge under the seven, and continue to find the good things, continue to find the bad things, but know that we have a surprise coming. There are things that are hidden, surprises coming from people in the background that we can't necessarily see. So, 2 messages here. We have a surprise coming. There are things that will be exposed, the good and the bad and the ugly, by people in the background working to expose these things, okay? There is a surprise coming. This is part of the wake up. It's part of that seeking truth and knowledge. It's part of exposing truths, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. Secondary piece of that message, the advice for us is be the seeker. Continue to seek the truth and the knowledge. Be the person that uncovers the truths, the good, the bad, the ugly. Keep your emotions in check by staying in contact with your higher power, because some of the stuff that you find will be ugly and some of it will be beautiful. And know that we do have surprises on the way. All right, you guys, so that's how the universe wants to leave us. Until next time, take care, stay in that love vibration, stay in joy. Know that I love you all. I'm sending you all high vibes, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Okay, you guys, I'll see you soonish. Bye.